Acrobats. Today we're going to do a washing machine called Swiss Watch. It's one that I made with a friend of mine, Tiffany, back in 2013.
It's pretty difficult. It's like a Catherine's wheel, but it's harder, and it's especially harder with a tall flyer. So we're going to show you the difficulties of that.
Yeah. The first person I did it with was a short person. I figured out how to do it with Debbie though. It's a medium difficulty machine. You should be able to do front Catherine's wheel first. You know, that one that has the shoulder stand and then you have to catch legs on the back. If you can do that, you have a good shot of learning this one.
All right, let's get started.
This washing machine has a lot of parts and we're going to break it down one piece at a time.
We're starting at the beginning. It starts in throne, and it's a seated throne, so you have to make sure that your heels need to be hanging off, right? Or almost, at least.
Well, I modify it a little bit to make sure it's easier for you to put your feet on my shins. This is more like my feet are all the way on her butt without heels hanging off.
I guess you're right, and I can reach, but barely. So I try to get my toes just a little above his knees. Oh yeah, wait. I want to hold on to you though.
All right.
So I start by tucking my fingers on the knife edge of his foot, and then I've got a really good grip here so I can take his feet away.
Yeah, and we pause in this squat position at first. I have hands on her feet to make sure she doesn't slide off. I have my knees bent, and it's pretty easy to hold this. And then we can do range of motion. I'll go back first, and it's more fun to go forward. And as you do that, have your hands ready in case your flyer slips. And carefully go as far as you can. I can go all the way to straight.
That's when it gets really hard for my hands to hang on.
Yeah, I make sure to push the edges of my feet into her hands to make sure she can hold on. You won't have to go that deep into it in the actual move.
Yeah, and the flyer can practice straightening out too, so as he goes straight, I go more to my, I guess I don't need to do that.
Well, why don't you do it anyway, just for fun?
Okay.
Go to straight or go to a pike.
I'm up so high, I'm afraid.
Well, you can do it, you won't fall.
It's really hard to hold on.
Yeah, this isn't in the move, but it's still fun to do.
Okay, that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
The hardest part though is holding on with my hands. I just have this to hold on, like his feet are right here, so it's a lot of finger strength, but the real move isn't that hard. Just play with the range of motion a little bit. So it starts in throne, and then just have your feet back far enough so that you can reach shins, and then I have most of the weight in my toes so I can take his feet away, and then you can play with that range.
Mm-hmm. Do you also want to do the sit down? Where you put your butt on my feet?
Oh, going back to seating.
Mm-hmm.
We can. Have you guys tried that before, where you go back and forth?
Yeah, this is another drill. We stand on shins, sit back down.
It's easier not to use my hands because I want to lean forward. So I come pretty low in my squat. Jacob can hold my toes, and then I can reach for his feet.
It's hard to sit back down on feet. It feels like I can't get my feet far enough this way without tilting her onto her face.
It is a bit of a reach. So I think it's easier without my hands, but I'm gonna do both. I can reach his feet, and then I can kind of bring them towards my butt. Mostly I have to sit backwards, but I think it's easier without my hands. Ready?
To sit down again?
To come back? Yeah, like I'm almost like reaching that way so I can keep
that one was
that way
good.
while I sit.
I got a lot of butt that time.
You did.
Okay, let you down?
Yeah.
We're going to show you the next part. It's how to do the shoulder stand. Start like before, hold the feet, she holds my feet.
And once I get to here, I start straightening my legs into a pike.
And I keep her weight tilted forwards and I reach for her back. And at first you're going to touch upper shoulders, but then your hands should slide a little bit. And my hands now are at like, well, the balls of my hands are at her lower shoulders. Well, you can see where my hands are. And when you do this yourself, you'll know where the balance is. I have to splay my fingers out so I have plenty of leverage to grab her. So my hands are spread out the whole width of her back.
And they're kind of in the middle of my back, and then I'm holding on to his feet still, but I want you to eventually let go of feet.
Yeah, and I want you to practice holding here, where your flyer is straight up and down.
It's kind of an odd shape. It's a pike, but I can't bring my pike anywhere closer to my face, or I tip that way. And I can go into a ball. I gotta do that slowly though. But I can't change the weight in Jacob's hands. So you can hold this if you want to. This might look better. And then I want to talk about rolling out. So the easy way is this way. So I basically just put my feet on the ground, and I know I'm far away enough from his head that I'm not going to hit his head. So that's an easy way out. You just put your feet on the ground. Sometimes it rolls out this way though.
Yeah.
And that's the more dangerous way to go. Here, we'll roll out a mat here. And I want to show it rolling that way. So we'll start from the beginning. So I start straightening out, and Jacob just slides his hands all the way down. And this is cool. I can take my feet off of his shins real slow, maybe one at a time. And that's the part where I'm tipping more into his hands. Now I can hold that shape. I can slowly let his feet go.
Mm-hmm. I'm balancing, and Debbie's gonna fall towards my feet this time.
I like to leave my arms by my head because I can always catch myself. So pretend your feet are gonna make this catch though, Jacob.
Oh yeah.
This is the dangerous part, right? He's getting ready to catch me, but I'm falling that way.
It goes head to balls a little bit.
Sorry, I hit your butt. It was such a nice slow fall though. But I just keep my hands above my head. This was a nice thing to land on, but not completely necessary, but it's better than the hard floor. So that's the time where it's most likely gonna go down, is when they're making that really difficult catch with their legs. That's when you're the most unstable, so that's when I'm thinking of maybe falling that way. So I keep my arms.
That's definitely the hardest part for me.
Yeah. Could you I wanted you to show your hands on my back. Could you show where your hands are? And I can be back to them.
So when she leans forwards out of the throne, I first touch my hands here, and then my hands slide to probably here. Yeah. And you need to have your hands farther forward than here, because you have to. The next step is to reach my feet to her butt, and if you're here, it's a farther reach. If you're here, it's not so far of a reach.
And one thing flyers can do, I really like this. You can get in the pretend shape, and you can see if you're looking like this. This is the upper part of my back. Wait, is that in my way? So look, I can't be balanced here because his hands are more on this part of my back. So roll your back to about where you think their hands go, and then you can practice that shape. Like if I put my feet any more closer to my hands, I lose it. And if I go any more that way, I crush his hands, and then I just fall to the floor anyway. So you can practice this on the ground, and then you'll know exactly where to roll to.
To help you with this next hard step, we're going to do two other washing machines which are similar. The first one is a Catherine's wheel. So bird, shoulder stand, and this catch here, this is the catch that's in the Swiss watch. So to do this really well, I have to lift up my sacrum, and I do this happy baby, and then Debbie falls onto my feet. And then the farther you can reach your feet, the easier this is.
The sit-up is the same too. I've got to keep my lower half heavy, and then I can bring my chest up.
Yeah. Some bases have a lot of trouble with this because they don't have a good happy baby. And also, this is another one where if your flyer is tall or you're short, you're going to have trouble. So sacrum.
This is
she
why
falls.
I arch during this part and I stag so I can try to make myself longer as I fall.
Well, you're actually making yourself shorter.
I'm shorter. I said the opposite thing. I'm trying to arch so that I'm not falling like a tree fall. I'm trying to fall in a short distance.
I'm going to show what happens if I don't reach far enough.
Oh, fun.
So if I don't reach far enough, I'm like this, and then her feet just fall. I mean, you can fudge it. You can like step
it, yeah.
You know, fake it till you make it.
Can I show one more that's like it? The Dancer's Limit has the same, almost the same kind of shoulder stand part.
Or the monkey bars.
Oh, I call it the wrong thing. It's because we said the wrong thing for like 3 years. This is called monkey bars.
Yeah, the Catherine's wheel and monkey bars, we both have lessons made already.
And this is almost the same grab too. I have to hold the outside edge of his foot, and then I dive. And it's almost the same, but I'd say his hands are a little higher on my back, so it would be hard for me to hold that shape. Let's try. And then it ends in a different place. I go wide, and we go to bird on hands. So the ending is different, but this first part is a lot like it. Can I try to sit up to my butt?
Mm-hmm.
That one, his feet needed to go a little more. I couldn't quite sit.
We can go up here, but then it's not Dancer's Lament anymore.
Yeah. Do you want to...
Or monkey bars.
Oh, yeah. If you just want to hop into this balance on your back real fast, there's another quick way. It's almost like a folded leaf, but I start my hands already ready to go, and then I just do a little roll. And then he can slowly put his hands where he needs, and then if he needs to adjust, I can even put weight on his feet while he moves his hands.
Oh yeah, you can.
Like, that's really easy. Okay, he's in the right spot, so I can take weight off of his feet. I like it when Jacob makes his feet go that way, and then I let go, because then I'm already in this position.
Mm-hmm. You want to do the catch?
Yeah.
Okay, I have to very carefully set myself up for this. It requires a deep, happy baby. I have to lift my sacrum off of the ground. And the more you can contort yourself like this, the better. It's kind of like doing a plow. And then I reach my heels as far as I can on her butt. This is the hardest part of the move here. And then I bend my legs, help her sit up. And then we're at the beginning again.
That was really good. All right, I want to sit some things. Okay, after we're nice and balanced and we let go, I just have to stay here for a while. I gotta wait and be really patient. As soon as I feel him touch my butt though, like as soon as he's there, I start bringing my legs this way, and you can tuck them, you can pike them, but notice I'm leaving my chest on him, like I'm waiting, so I'm draping my weight that way, and then I only start sitting up when I can't even feel his, I can't almost feel his fingers anymore. I'm peeling off of them. So that's when I sit up. I have to bring my legs that way and make them heavy, but if I sit up too soon, I overpower Jacob. So I should show what that looks like. I'll show sitting up too fast. Ready.
Yeah, she just came up too quickly. I think everything is better when you go slow.
Yeah, I think of as soon as I feel him touch back here, I think my chest stays right here and just my legs unfold. And then he's starting to press me up. I feel his legs shift and he's starting to sit me up, and that's when I finish the move by just doing a sit-up. That one I almost didn't sit up enough. I had to really like reach at the end.
Yeah.
So I could have made my legs heavier, and then it would have been easier to sit up.
Yeah, sometimes I don't help Debbie enough or I don't reach far enough and then she has to round her back and it doesn't look as good. It looks kind of like that. So I have to help her rotate.
Yeah, you're flexing your feet. That's huge. When you point your toes, I'm like falling off the back.
So reach pretty far with hands. Reach really far with feet.
So I'm gonna send my weight that way and then I start sitting right here. And you can practice whatever legs you want, whatever shape you want to make. Let's try a tucked one this time. So I still send my weight that way, and then I sit. I'm even using my arms to try to reach that way at the end of it.
The tucks are a little easier, but they're not as pretty. I think the pikes look nicer.
Yeah? I don't even know what looks nicer. You guys tell us. I kind of like floating in this ball shape. I think this is fun. And then I'm opening up my lower half and I'm sitting.
Yeah, you should be able to continue the motion. I want to explain a few more subtle things that I do. I mean, since this is so hard, I should spend more time on it. So, lift your sacrum up. Get your heel as far reached as you can on your flyer's butt. And don't sit up yet.
Okay.
So when Debbie starts to sit up, I will help her roll. It's like I make it so that she rolls downhill. So you can start to roll.
By flexing your feet, right?
Yeah, I flex my feet. And I push your skin that way. It's kind of like creating tension.
Okay, yeah.
You know how I can push like that? I try to do that and it helps her roll.
It helps me go that way. I feel like the main thing you help me do is flexing your feet because it helps me roll that way. But if you were to point your toes, it'd be like a block. You'd be like, no, you cannot come this way. Yeah, that downhill part really helps.
And you will see I'm floating around 10 feet over the ground. I'm floating around 10 feet over the ground. I think you like it. I know I like it too. Yeah, I think you like it. More than you ever wanted high and low, it's how I roll. A shooting star in a film noir. I'm floating around 10 feet over the ground. I'm floating around 10 feet over the ground. I know you like it. I think I like it too. Yeah, I know you like it. More than you ever wanted to. I am no average Joe. Be with me, and you will see. I know you like it. I think I like it too. Yeah, I know you like it. More than you ever wanted.
Well, that's our Swiss watch. I hope you liked it.
Yep, we never know what to say at the end of these videos.
I do want to say, Debbie and I would like to see more of your videos in the Facebook group, because we have about 60 patrons, and I know some people watch these videos, and we would love to get more interaction between, us and our patrons. You can ask us questions, just post your videos, and we can have more of a community in the Patreon Facebook group.
Yeah, we like to help. We're just not sure how. But if you guys ask us questions, we're totally available and ready to be here for you guys.
Yeah, and we take requests. If there's something you want us to make a video of, we might do it.
We might do it.
I mean, sometimes
just
people ask
depends.
us to do really hard things like dolphin.
Sometimes people ask us to do things that we actually can't do ourselves yet, and that's nice and flattering, but I'm like, yeah, we just aren't there yet.
Yeah,
But
cannonball to high hand-to-hand.
Thanks for thinking of us so highly. Yeah, most of the time, though, the requests are reasonable. It's not too out there.
Yeah, I know Icarian is popular. We can do more of that.
Yep, we do dance lifts and washing machines and counterbalances and whips, all those things.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you guys, have a good day. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.